on. Hey everybody, Kurt Molly here, social media ad genius. We're here for Cruise Control. Spent a good part of an hour today actually going over everybody's business, the things that they're working on, which was great. We did not record that portion because that portion is really for people who either A, attend live, and B, it's because we share a lot of data as well too. A couple of quick things is I'm going to record a quick video. It's going to go over the accountability sheet where you're going to list your name, business type, what's your goal for either your company or your product, one or the other. You know, depends whatever you're comfortable in sharing. And then we're going to break that down from the year, quarter, month, week financial goal. What's your current cost per lead? What does your funnel kind of look like 30, 60, 90 days for your average revenue per lead? And then what are you working on right now? And then we can save in the biggest hole in your business. So I'll record a little video over it, post it inside of the group so everybody can access it as well too. We'll update it and we can talk about the funnel. I think at the end of the day, it's just good that people see what are the financial numbers that they aim for, where are they at right now. Can always make adjustments, obviously, on the goal. And are we working on the right parts? What I found is a lot of entrepreneurs, especially a lot of people that we've worked with or even clients, they try to change 30 things all at once, and they're like, it is just not working. What specifically is not working? Like, I have no idea. We've tried everything. I'm like, that is the problem, right? So we'll break it down step by step. We'll all hold each other accountable here. So with accountability, one of the things I wanted to talk about just briefly was the Facebook. So there's not a lot I can say publicly or on a recording because it's very interesting what will happen. But basically what it is this, is through someone who works here, we got a contact over at Facebook, and this is not a dedicated rep. This is someone that helps us out because they're in the compliance department. They'll give us insight, and they're assisting us in getting with a partner program, kind of a friend deal. What we've learned more than anything else over the last week, we've been intensively engaged with Facebook, is the following. One is you have Facebook will give you a 3 strikes rule in a 90-day period. Now, what that 3 strikes are actually really interesting. They haven't really said what constitutes 3 strikes. So if you're split testing out 10 ads, and for instance, Facebook says it violates the 20% rule for text, you upload all the ads get declined, but you're like, wait a minute, that's text, that doesn't violate it. And when you dispute with Facebook, the red mark that says that you violated the 20% is still there. So that can count as a strike. That's one problem. The next problem that happens is every 90 days, those strikes drop off. However, any time that Facebook sees a denied ad, they look at a dashboard and they can see everything that you did, regardless if this is back 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months, last month. It isn't, hey, wait a minute, I ran 400 leads or 400 ads. I haven't had any problem after 400 ads. Now I have one problem, and Facebook will say, well, yes, that's because you've had all these problems in the past. So again, as I mentioned before we were on the recording, it's very much like, hey, you had a beer when you were 18 years old and not 20. You're now 50, running for a political office. We should probably take a look at your character, right? It's ridiculous. Especially, which is really interesting, we believe that, and they've kind of told us, is Facebook looks at our account retroactively. So as they make policy updates, they have an algorithm that will start looking through all your past stuff as well too. So what you did in your past can come back to haunt you. So here's what this means. Over 80% of all ads through Facebook at the present moment are being reviewed and filtered by an automatic system. 20% of the ads are reviewed personally. From that, your ad account is going to be reviewed every 90 days manually. There are multiple different people that will review your title, your subject, your picture, multiple things on your picture, trademark, whatever, does it violate? They're also going to check out your video and different aspects of the video. So there are lots of different people that are looking at a single ad that can deny at any time. That's why you'll have ads up for a day, 2 days, 3 days, and then they get turned off. Or all of this will skip through all the automatic filter processes. Someone will review your account, not like something on the account, and then shut the account down. And you're like, well, wait a minute, I didn't have any declined ads. What happened? So I've had lots of clients, lots of friends, lots of colleagues contact me over the last 2 weeks and say, Kurt, what do I do? So I recorded a 30-minute video. I'll post it right underneath the recording that you see right here. We can get that added to the membership area on what we are seeing right now. And I tell everybody, we are not Facebook. We are a third party that advises you what we're seeing out there. We cannot be liable. You have to touch the buttons on your own. And then you're responsible for that, right? So what was really interesting is when we were talking with our rep, I should say our rep, our friend over at Facebook, they had said that from looking over one of our accounts, that with our account history, even 2 years ago, we probably just need to start another account. I asked him, can I use the same URL? Can I use the same fan page? I haven't really got a specific answer back yet, but what I did get back was those pages don't really matter, the website or the fan page, as much to what the content on your ads say. Okay? What are some examples of bad ads? They go, well, you know, the one trick, learn how to lose this weight, learn how to make $100,000 a month from home. Now, Kurt, those titles don't sound bad, but we've seen, this is really important, we've seen those types of ads and keywords lead to child porn sites, malware sites, fake accounts use this a lot. So if we reverse engineer this and think about it, there are lots of black hat or people who will come in, get a Facebook account, run a bunch of money on it, just spam the hell out of people, bad ads. Facebook will shut them down and they'll do it again and again. So Facebook, again, is looking over 80% of all ads are automatically reviewed by a machine. So that machine is always learning. So if all these people are doing all these marketing tactics that have worked for years, and those tactics are being related to a large sum of people who have account fraud, getting accounts shut down, all that stuff, that means some of the stuff that we've been using for years that works, unfortunately, gets caught up in a filter on Facebook, and though the words aren't bad themselves, the bad players have really hurt it for the rest of us. So the moral of the story is what Facebook's really looking for is they're really looking for you to tell a story on Facebook that continues onto a landing page that is very clear that if they go to a webinar, Facebook loves webinars because webinars is very clear of opt in, you're going to get email updates until this date we're going to have a webinar. So a typical landing page that says enter your email in here and get doesn't really have a whole lot of information. It doesn't really say how often you're going to follow up with these people. It doesn't say if there's an offer. It doesn't say if you're offering a subscription. We're really advising people right now, Facebook is great. You should have retargeting set up on everything that you do, and you should have third-party retargeting set up. And I'm going to spend a lot of time recording some videos over the next couple of weeks on that as well. And the main reason is for this. If at any time a Facebook account gets shut down, it will be flagged. And what will happen is you will ask for a manual review. You may get a manual review in your account, and the account may come back on. However, if the account goes off again, what happens is Facebook can see the history that the account was shut down, and once that happens, is you really have red marks all over the account. You didn't do anything wrong. You have to start another account. So all this bad stuff starts to happen in a snowball. Even if you're doing stuff right for the last 3 weeks because you just didn't know the policy, there is no one at Facebook to really talk to give this type of insight, what I'm giving you. Sounds like a marketing line. Like, there's nobody else that does this. Literally, I mean, in our small chat conversations, I learned more in 15 minutes talking with this person than I've known in the last 3 years. Like, I don't think they understand sometimes the ramifications of what they do. So here's the thing is, if you start getting ads denied and ad accounts shut down, there is really no customer service. So, and all your retargeting pixels and conversion pixels at the snap of fingers, like literally they're just gone. So it's important that we make sure that we set up the retargeting. So at any time anything happens in any of our traffic sources, as we're starting to build up funnels, we really got to be specific and think, how do I want to follow up with these people? Is it an email? Okay, great, I got email. I got Facebook for an account right now. Google's a great place as well too. We're going to record some additional videos, Site Scout, AdRoll, perfect audience for retargeting. What we want to be able to do is we want to build a daisy chain where, for instance, if Facebook and Google are our main sources of traffic and Facebook goes down, there's actually third-party sources where we can run retargeting ads from the people we've already retargeted onto Facebook without us even having an account. So that's important. Plus, on the other side of it as well too is if something happens for Google, I still have this audience that I can retarget, so my money doesn't get lost anywhere. Right? We're buying great data. We don't want to have any money lost anywhere. So it's really important at this time that you really focus on, hey, does this story make people feel good? I was even told that I had an ad with a circle around my face that says, look what this guy said in front of 800 people that shocked people about Facebook. I used the word Facebook. I used the word FB. I used a lowercase f. I said shocked. Those are all different violations, she said. I had no idea. So what we want to do is we want to, and it was interesting because she also said, it looks like your account has some user distrust for your website. Like, we have thousands of customers all over the world. Like, our people are really happy with our content. We work really, really, really hard to make sure they're happy. We spend a lot of money on Facebook. Of course you're going to get some crazy people that went to the top right-hand side, clicked the button, and says, I don't trust this site. Our website's great. Our layout's great. People love our stuff. We have a very low refund rate. We have great customer service. And she goes, yes, but the words that you use are associated with other people who run spammy stuff on their account. We don't have time to review millions of business types, so we shut down based off of these attributes. These attributes meaning stuff in the image they've seen before, sending to a landing page that they've seen before, and really just having the tricks or click here. They want a full story, so videos are great. So I'm recommending videos. And I know Tommy even said, I was talking to Tommy yesterday, and Tommy's phone rang 3 times. Tommy, you're a little discombobulated on one of the girls. You're like, ah, and I go, what? And you're like, what? I was just thinking, I just recorded a couple of videos, and you've just run some likes. You haven't done really aggressive advertising yet, and you're getting leads and clients off just a couple of videos he's doing on a regular, it's consistent, right? Just doing it on a regular, consistent basis. So doing these videos that have good content that are at a good, consistent basis, sending people over to a page where they don't just straight up opt in for an ebook or opt in just for this, but gives them a little bit more information of what's going to happen next. Like, hey, you're going to get daily updates from us. It's going to cover this, this, and this. And anytime you can change your subscription status, but we want to give you the information that's going to be most pertinent to you in the next 30 days as you really start your journey with us. We want to be able to tell a story, get people hooked into the story. We'll continue to tell the story through remarketing and email, but we want to collect as many opt-ins as possible as well too. So I do have that video that I'll post of what happens if you get an account shut down. It happens to lots of people, so don't worry. It's not like getting a horrible disease. It's kind of like welcome to the club. Unfortunately, that happens. I'll let you know what goes on with the contact we have over at Facebook, what's going on over there as well too. And by the way, if you're going out to traffic and conversion, like I said, we're going to do something probably the day before. We just have to secure space. Space I thought we didn't have, unfortunately, but we'll get that whole thing figured out. I have a link in a video that I'll be sending out as well too. So the main update I wanted to go over is we are engaged with Facebook at a level we have never been before. I will record a video on, hey, here's the do's and don'ts. I just have to gather more information. At the exact same time, we have the accountability that comes up too to help everybody. And of course, we have our group. There's a lot of activity in the Insiders Club too. If you have any other questions from there. But other than that, I'm going to post the link of this Facebook video, any other updates that I have. I'll see you guys all next week. But is there any questions, comments, concerns, or divine revelations that anybody wants to go over of what I just talked about that would be on the recording for this week? No? No, we're all good? It's good. All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody, so much for your time. I appreciate you all being here. Rock and roll. You all have some big dreams, some big things to work on. So let's go to work, kick some ass, and have some fun. See everybody. Have a great week. I really appreciate it. Take care.